All right, this is my final reflection presentation. I made it on Prezi. So reflecting, I said looking back, I find that all my projects were centered around what I'm passionate about, which is creativity. So whether it be graphic designing, photography, cooking, anything like that, my contributions always seem to strive towards helping users with my creative outlet. What stood out to me the most and what shocked me was being able to learn new skills that I didn't know before, such as coding and chart making, and applying them to situations I would potentially use in the future, such as jobs. I am proud of myself for retaining this information and creating new projects. Some problems that I faced throughout the semester were not knowing how to work the programs at first, being detailed with following exact directions because there was a lot to follow, and not being confident in the work that I created. And how I solved these problems or how I'm working on them are just practicing, carefully reading the directions, and double checking anything before I turned it in. And once I received the critiques from my peers, I felt my confidence grow because some of the feedback is negative and some is positive, and the positive just help make you grow. Um, Before this class, I didn't really have an open mind to learning new computer softwares, but over the course, it pushed me in the right direction to learn new things that I wouldn't think that I would like. For example, I thought the Excel project was fun, and it was interesting, and I'm grateful that I know this skill now for the future. I learned to use resources such as the resources on Canvas, my ASU, the computer labs, for example. Um, this is the computer lab video that I made. I'll show a little bit of that.
To see all of the technology that could further my knowledge in either cameras or computers, but honestly, I had no idea or expectations in what I was going to see at the Ignited Lab. I thought there was bound to be at least a computer or a camera. The first thing I played was with a virtual reality game. It was a trippy experience, and I felt like I was in another world. I also played with a remote control ball. You were able to plug in codes and an app on an iPad to command the ball where to go and what to do. There are different levels from easy to hard, so one can gradually build up their knowledge. This seems like an easy and interactive way to learn something new.
So I really enjoyed going to the Ignited Lab because, first of all, I didn't even know it was there, and I learned that they had a ton of different resources to play around with, and there's someone there to help you too. So if you don't know how to use something, they can show you how to do it. For the compare and contrast, I showed my first project, which is the meme that we made in class. It's just very simple. It was easy to follow guidelines. It was made just in one class period, was really short. And then I made it versus the last project, which we did, which was basically choose your own. And this included complex layering. It had a written response. There was peer critiques. It includes useful information that you can use for your job or for whichever purpose you're using it for. And it took a lengthy amount of time compared to, just a class period. Some of the critiques that I received, the ones on the left, were suggestive, suggesting this was for my construction module, which was the construction designing your dining, which was my food app, which allows you to choose food. And some criticism I received here was I should change the demographic from just mothers to college kids who need to cook something, either from their dorms who don't have a lot of items, and also like YouTubers, stuff like that. And then on the right side were the positive critiques, saying it was a great idea that this person would use this app, and then this person said that they thought it was practical and user friendly. How I took criticism, I tried to not take it personally since criticism helps you grow and learn. Goals for the next semesters are to use more resources, such as there's a ton of websites, like I mentioned earlier, on my ASU, and then using like the labs, the libraries, and there's also a lot of people that can help you on campus as well. And then not being afraid of using unknown technology. You have to try it out and give it your all before you can make a judgment on it and practice. That's something that I need to work on because this class has taught me that something might be frustrating at first, but if you keep practicing over time, you'll get the hang of it and it can be really useful for your future. And then also to communicate and receive criticism better. Like I said before, sometimes you do receive negative criticism, but you just have to take it lightly and you have to know that it is for the better and to help you grow as a student and an individual. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for being my prezi, and I hope you have a great rest of your semester.